Okay.
Okay.
All right. Welcome back to the podcast.
Okay.
Episode 2.
Yeah. Speaking of
Take
two,
take 2.
take two exactly. Second
Yeah.
try. Here we go.
If you could
Um.
insert the audio failure of the first take
All
as to
right. Yeah.
why.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Here is clip of first take. Insert now. Great.
All right. Sorry for that anonymous interruption.
Yeah. Lizard Squad had taken us over for a moment.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's Sony, or wait, no, Lizard Squad. They took down Sony and Microsoft. I think just like everything online. During Christmas.
Lizard Squad.
You haven't
Is
heard
that
of them?
actual? Oh, I thought you were talking about lizard people.
Ah, Lizard
I-
Squad. You never heard of
No,
them?
no. I've heard of
Oh.
Anonymous.
Wow, you're not a real gamer then. Jeez.
Oh boy, I gotta search him up.
Well, I'll explain it then, because we're on a podcast, and I'll fill people in if they haven't heard of it. If they haven't been shown by the great gaming light, aka LED. I don't know if that reference comes over. LED lights, that's TV, I think, right? LED.
Yeah, that's a type of light.
Anyway.
LED's nuts.
Alright, we're starting off strong with this podcast. Here we go. This is a perfect segue then, because Lizard Squad, they're essentially this small band of people. I think like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. I think 2 years ago actually, they shut down like gaming, what the hell is it called? Anyway, gaming networks. They shut down gaming networks, or there's another word for it, but I can't find it.
So like, what do you mean like PlayStation servers or Microsoft servers? Or
I'm so stupid. Servers, yeah.
Servers. Okay, I thought you meant like I don't know, like GameStop when you said like.
Yeah, a gang of lizards shut down a GameStop, and none of the gamers could buy their games for Christmas.
Bro, that's my nightmare.
Yeah, for real. Like,
That's not epic of you, bro.
very not cool. But, like, gaming servers, they shut down during Christmas, and everybody freaked out. There was like moms and dads recorded their kids on Christmas, and it's like, way to go, Lizard Squad. Now my kid can't play video games.
Jesus Christ.
And it's like some sad looking kid on like playing GTA or like Call of Duty or something. Like, I can't play with my friends.
When was this?
I want to say 2015 actually. Yeah. Or like 2016? I don't know. Cross reference me, Google. But point being, I'm just saying like these people exist, and Anonymous is going to take them down. There was a video called Anonymous versus Lizard Squad. It was the funniest thing ever. Some dude like dressed up in an anonymous costume, and he's like,
Greetings gaming community and Lizard Squad aka finest. You have made an enemy of Anonymous by saying that we are supporting FBI and now you are all going down.
"We're going to take you down."
They did that to Donald Trump and Kanye West too, didn't they?
You know, they're just like a bunch of like incel gamers that are just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
frustrated. Like, and we know they're gamers because they directly called out Blizzard Squad, or it wasn't even like it probably wasn't directly affiliated with Anonymous or something, or like the real Anonymous, aka Gamer underscore 2, just responds and is like, that's not what we look like. Don't give us a bad name. This kind of ties into what I wanted to open up with, and that's just the internet community as a whole. Because I was going to ask you in take one. Well, what's your take on the commentary community? And like, just for context, that's like Pyrocynical is still going right now.
Yeah.
Leafy is here. I thought like a lot of people knew him, but you said you found him through iDubbbz. And I feel like still people at least like know about him because they would like get a retrospect with iDubbbz, or like if anybody knows what's happening in the internet, then they would have at least known about like the whole drama in 2000, what, like 16, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
14? I don't know.
Yeah. I kind of actually started Pyrocynical like when you showed me him. To be honest, 2017.
Oh, okay. Well, he was, yeah.
Pretty late. Yeah.
He was like
Like he,
MLG and whatever. Like
yeah.
2012, I think, but yeah.
So yeah, Leafy is here was with iDubbbz, and I think I don't even remember how I found out about iDubbbz. It was one of my friends or something showed me. I don't remember if it was you or if it was someone else, but from iDubbbz came Filthy Frank and then Max Mofo and all those guys. But still, that was considerably like not that long ago too. For me, my take with the commentary community would be like Pyrocynical again. And a couple like there's just one dude and he has a very familiar voice. It's like once you hear it, you'll know it's him. But he does a lot of like what I've seen from his videos is that he plays Counter-Strike and he's on the it's either like in a game or in one of those like surfing servers, and he just makes like a lot of edgy jokes, you know.
You're talking about Leafy's here?
No. Leafy's here. The dude I'm talking about has like a much deeper, but it's still a bit more nasally voice. I don't know what his
He's the
name is.
carbon copy. He's Luma, isn't he?
Is it Luma?
I think it's Luma.
Is Leafy is here the copy of Luma, or is it the other way around?
I believe it's the other way around, but I could be wrong actually.
Let me search up Luma. Let me see
Point
if it's the
being,
same.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, it's like everybody is kind of a copy of everybody else, and you know, popularity doesn't really mean anything. It never really has.
Yeah, like how Pyrocynical was well, PewDiePie used to be a Is he a commentary? Is he a commentary? Is Meme Review a commentary channel now?
I think so. I think, yeah, PewDiePie has kind of turned into a commentator. I think Ben Shapiro is becoming a commentator as well.
I didn't even see that episode just yet.
Oh, yeah, when Ben Shapiro hosted Meme Review, that was actually fantastic. It was so funny, but like it's weird seeing somebody that's just isolated in politics kind of tread waters and like what's legitimately well, what's funny is like Hillary Clinton like tried doing that, or every presidential candidate is like tried reaching out to the kids. And if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it with memes. And like Ben Shapiro, literally meme is like actually doing it. Like
yeah.
And
but that's also like you know, the memes like they're for niche communities, you know. They're like a bit esoteric, like not the memes that I view and that you view aren't the same memes that are popular in the mainstream. You know, not saying that we have like a fine taste of memes or nothing, but like I'm saying like what the popular memes would be like on Twitter, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
so
like that's why it's like when I'm watching a video, they're like Black Houdini. All right, go on Black Twitter, do your thing. And
do your thing. Oh, yeah.
Like so you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know about Black Houdini, but I know about like the do your thing Black Twitter.
Yeah. Like that's almost like a subculture of memes.
Yeah.
But
I would say that like oh yeah.
Well, I'm just saying it's like people are gonna look at that and be like, oh wow, this white boy going on talking about like marginalizing my meme culture. But like you said,
hey, I'm black.
But like I mean, as you were saying though, it's like it doesn't make me better, it doesn't make you better, it doesn't make anybody better. It's just a matter of preference. Like, what do you enjoy? Yeah. And that's what kind of makes it fun. Is like, this is gonna sound radical, like a different step, but I'm just saying, like the furry community.
Okay.
I'm saying like there are certain things that people don't exactly understand within that community, and there are certain references that they would get that other people would then see and be like, okay, that's cringy AF. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
And it almost becomes a meme in its own right within another person's group, probably a more successful and popular group, but all the same memes as a product are just a capsule of an inside joke within said like culture that has been like Star Wars. There's so many memes that came out that I think I Hate Everything essentially explained that I actually, like, the YouTuber, but like, he explained that you don't even necessarily need to watch the movies anymore to understand what the movies are about because they're so referenced in culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then that's mainstream culture too,
Yeah. And I see that, like, if you're a politician and you have to be in the meme wave to, like, garner the affection of, like, the younger generation, you essentially kind of also, depending on what wave you ride, you also, like, kind of, I wouldn't say isolate, but you become a meme yourself. Like, as you were saying, some memes are another level of meme. Like, some memes, like, we're memeing the Twitter memes right now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like,
Yeah.
and everything can kind of boil down to that as a formula in culture, especially contemporary culture.
Yeah.
Like, for what we're explaining right now, I could just tell you right now. Well, okay, I could say, fuck, there's two things I want to say. I'll say one thing. You can either die a god or live long enough to see yourself become a meme.
I
But
mean,
like,
yeah, that's true though.
but secondly, I also want to even dive into the meme that is this right here. Like, as we're speaking, as we have spoken, uh, I think the culture we live in a general sense, with the internet culture, people are far more introspective and self-referential, so that even now, listening to us speak, I can notice that I said the words as a vernacular, and then when you
Mm-hmm.
started talking, you said like,
Yeah.
and it's like I can hear it, and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be editing this, and I'm gonna be saying to myself, somebody could put in the comments, if people were to even write in the comments, like,
Yeah.
LOL, like Jake Paul saying like all the time, or anybody having these ums and ers and pauses in their speech. Um, you know, yeah.
Boy. Yeah.
So, uh, and oh god, but like getting beyond that and being self-referential to the last podcast, I even tried talking about in the first podcast, or well, in the first take on this podcast, how I was too hard on people, and now, like, so we can at least clear some things up, I'm gonna very quickly, like, bullet through and just say, Peter Griffin, I still hate you, LOL. That's basically what I talked about in the first take.
Yeah.
And I made a friggin' funny joke, and I'm not gonna say it again because I'm not gonna torture you, Paul. I thought it was a good joke, but I won't say it again. Y'all can write in the comments what you think the joke was with me and Peter Griffin. That would be the meme of this podcast, and many more to come.
That better be the thumbnail.
Yeah. But beyond even like these sort of what is it, like, centralized points in general, last podcast we talked about BSing, like bullshitting, and then being creative.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that as a term of like being pessimistic for art in the future, or saying nothing can be taken seriously because, well, that's just it. Like, nothing can be taken seriously anymore, period. I'm saying that the internet culture instills an adaptability by human nature. So, as I was talking about with the commentary community and these sort of pockets on the internet. I mean, Paul, let's even just back and forth, you and I.
Okay.
Do you remember any negative confrontations on the internet? This can be with text, voice, etc. Just like give me like one story. Go.
Are you talking about me personally having a negative confrontation on the internet?
I mean, negative is one word for it, but I'm saying like
Or like a debate or anything on the internet?
yeah, just an argument, something toxic, something that had a negative connotation to it, confrontation period. Like anything that you remember, you recall from like any age. If you're playing TF2 and like somebody started doing the dance on your dead body, I don't know, or like anything that like has stuck with you, because I know that I have a few that like have stuck with me through all my years.
On the internet, I wasn't very, and I'm still not that very public or nothing, but on TF2, this isn't. This is one that like it was a compliment because this dude called me out and he was like, "Rider Bike 123, you're hacking," and I was like, "Oh no, I'm not, but thank you." You know, I typed it on, and then he proceeded to call me like a bunch of shit on the chat. Like fucking and all that. Oh, I don't know if I can say that.
We'll have to bleep that out, man.
I bleep that out. But like, yeah, he would like shit talk me, but I would like kill him every time. And I think I would kill him every time. And then like it, I had like the support of my team, on me though, and they would like get out on the chat as well, and some would like talk with their mics. At the time, I didn't have a mic, so I could only chat. But they were like, this guy's not hacking and all that stuff. This is not like an actual like debate or nothing, but I did end up getting kicked off the server though because the dude was being a little bitch. And I got kicked off, and I was like really pissed too because I was having such a good streak.
Wait, he got you kicked?
Yeah, they got me kicked. But I don't even remember.
Well, that's like me in Rocket League. I got kicked off for foul language.
Yeah, but I got kicked off because they thought I was a hacker. I was too good. I was too pro, bro.
Were you a pro TF2 player? Do we have a pro in the podcast?
No.
Oh.
That was just a very lucky day.
Hey.
I would say I haven't played in so long. I want to rack like more hours in, but oh yeah, moving on.
You're actually like reminiscing about TF2.
Honestly, I keep seeing TF2 memes and I'm like, God damn, that was such a good game. I don't have my PC with me, but once I get home though, I'm gonna definitely like scrouch down on some TF2 hours. I remember being very, what would I say? Not obsessed, but like curious about 4chan, and I'd go on like their little forums and whatever, and look at the amount of degeneracy there was, and just kind of like sort of argue. And that kind of like got my spurs on too, because it was anonymous. As long as you didn't say that you were under 18 when you were on there, you wouldn't get banned. You wouldn't get, unless you posted something that was terrible. But I would go on there and I'd have like, not gonna lie, like I called a lot of people on there. I got called a lot, but I would just essentially just like I would go on the FA forum for like fashion, or like go on.
I thought you were about to say someone else.
Oh no.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but like I would go on there for fashion, as well as music for, for music, MU for music, and then B. That was just random. That was like you could have like it wasn't normally civil, but like just debates or whatever. I never participated in the debates because I was still a little kid. I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. I was under 18 on 4chan. I'm a rebel. But no, like seriously though, it gave me a lot of like respect sort of for the internet, and it saw like a parallel with Ender's Game. That one book where the main character Ender, he goes into space and he becomes like a commander at the age of like 10, but like his brothers and sisters, they're on Earth, but they become politicians through like an internet like forum, and they have chats with like other debaters and like philosophers through that forum, and they essentially become politicians themselves. So I thought that was really cool.
Dang, the book sounds really good. I just remember the movie being a meme where you like see some alien at the end. It was stupid.
Oh yeah, the book was I've actually never read the book. I saw the movie, but it's especially funny seeing Rico from Hannah Montana like fucking break his neck. Yeah.
I just got so annoyed because Harrison Ford didn't do anything, and I'm watching him, and I have that like nostalgia of Indiana Jones and whatever. I just saw him going like Crystal Skull, but
honestly, I don't even remember Harrison Ford in the movie, to be honest.
He was the teacher guy, wasn't he? I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah, that movie was kind of forgettable. I don't know. Yeah. I just remember the book mostly.
And Rico breaking his neck.
Rico. But, yeah, like the whole forum where they become politicians there, I thought that was pretty cool, and I wanted to do a lot more debates on there, but I never fully understood what they were talking about. That's what made them call me because I would say some like dumb shit and they'd be like, "Get the fuck out, you I kind of got my feelings hurt, not gonna lie, on the forums. But
Well, like,
looking back, like it made me kind of grow up, sort of. You know?
That's what I'm talking about, though. Is like
Yeah.
the self-referential. Like you kind of understand. Like I'm in a. Well, I mean, you don't even know who's talking on the other end. You're kind of implying to yourself that these people on the other end are above 18 and actually know what they're talking about. It's kind of like I mean, hypothetically.
Do you have like an image of like who that audience is sometimes though? Because I sometimes do.
Of like who the other person typing back or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Not really. I never really put a face on it.
For me, it was usually like either one or two things. It could either be like it never sort of occurred to me that the other person there could be like 30 years older than me at the time. I always thought it was like someone like 20, maybe my age as well on the other side. I don't know.
I always thought it was a guy, that's for sure. I always thought there was like some guy on the other end speaking with me.
Yeah. If it was a girl though, I'd be like
Grill.
But
like Club Penguin.
buying girlfriend on RuneScape. Oh yeah, I'm on my RuneScape grind too. RuneScape formed me as well. That shaped me as I grew up. RuneScape.
This is what I'm saying. Is like, so did you
Yeah.
have any like text dialogue with people on it?
On RuneScape, I would remember following. I made friends on there, and I would have real life IRL friends on the game as well.
You think you're cool? You think you're cool with your IRL friends, Paul?
All right, yeah, the podcast is done. But I would essentially like play the game for hours if I could. My mommy restricted me to 1 hour of game time.
Good fuck.
Yeah. But I would play 4 hours sometimes because I just like stay at home when they would go to like church events where like I wouldn't have to go, and I'd be like, oh, I'm doing homework, but I'm like playing Halo. Oh yeah, Halo 2. God, this is a good podcast because I'm just going back through like old nostalgic. Because I didn't grow up with like a PlayStation, or like, I got a PlayStation 2 when I was in like a high school freshman. So
damn, that's when I was getting a smartphone.
Yeah, and I didn't get a smartphone until probably sophomore year, like, and it was like a burner phone too.
Wait, what does that mean? A burner phone?
Like one of those that you just buy from like
dial up, or like they have the minutes on it or something?
Yeah, like sort of minutes. Like you could just it was cheap and you could just start it off immediately. Like you didn't go to like a T-Mobile store or nothing. You could go to Walmart, even though they have like iPhones there, but it's not like that. It's basically like prepaid sort of. Like, so like I played Halo 2, I believe, but I pirated that, and I would go to the library and I would tell my parents that I was working on school, but I would just play like for hours at the library. And I remember my dad one time like came up behind me he came to the library and he came up behind me when I was playing, and I got so fucking scared. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna get my ass beat. I was like, ah! But he was like, are you done with your homework? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay, shut your homework up. And I thought, because I was on like the main menu too, so maybe he thought I was working on like some computer program or something, because I was just going through like the servers at the time. It wasn't actual gameplay. So I was like, yeah. So I was like, God bless you. And I just like went home. But like legit at the library, I would spend hours playing. I had some really good times on that game. And then RuneScape, I would, that whole buying the girlfriend meme and everything, I would see that. I used to be able to learn how to make my text into like wavy red colors or rainbow colors and shit. And if any one of you listening out there has a RuneScape account, especially if you have a party hat, at me at Amos Brunson.
Especially if grill.
But nah, fuck a grill. If you got a party hat, bro, like I want to be in your clan, to be honest.
I'll admit I have no idea. I never played RuneScape at all.
Bro, all right. So party hats are like just like these accessories, right? But I didn't realize how much the influx had changed or whatever. But party hats are worth like 2.3 billion coins in RuneScape. Like
It's so fucking
that's
gay.
so fucking. And actually, one of my like Kai-Fi brothers here, he's playing RuneScape, and that's like I don't know. He was playing, and I'm in his clan right now, and he has a party hat, and he goes into the wilderness with the party hat on. And what the wilderness is essentially is that once you die there, like you die, like you cannot come back. Like you respawn, but you respawn like 500 miles away, and you can't get that party hat back. So you're essentially fucked if you die. Like all your items are gone that you're carrying, and
You have like XP or
this
something that you keep?
yeah, you keep your XP, but like everything on you, it lays at the like where you died essentially.
Bro, that
And
sounds like
the-
hardcore Minecraft. It's the same thing. They stole it.
No, but yeah, okay, I'm getting too far into this rabbit hole. If it goes on too long, you could cut it around or segment it.
I got you, don't worry. I
Yeah.
mean, like, that was good, though, like, going down memory lane. Like,
Yeah.
well, because for me, it was Webkins.
Webkins for real?
I'm dead, bro.
Was it-
I, like,
Was that the ones where you had to like buy the dolls and sort
yeah,
of...
and I love stuffed animals growing up. That's, like, it's part of the reason why I like storytelling, because I'd be up in my bed at, like, in elementary school, making little
Oh.
stories with my stuffed animals.
What was your favorite stuffed animal? Because I had
Little
a
Black Bear.
favorite
I got
one.
him right here, dude. Little Black Bear.
Little Black Bear.
Little Black Bear.
Oh man, I never named my dolls.
I named all of them.
I
I
didn't
know
wanna-
all the names.
I didn't want to give them a name.
Why do you call them dolls? That's gross. You're a woman.
Oh, I mean stuffed animals. My bad.
Thank you. You're a gross grill. Get out
My
of my
action figures.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not
They're
not
action
toys. They're action figures. Wait, okay. What was Little Black Bear's story?
I mean, he didn't have a story. He had an epic because he was in all the stories.
And
but anyway,
What an epic.
lay epic.
When I say that, make the word epic into like give it so much reverb and so much. Yeah, just do that.
All right, gotcha. Well, like, but on the real though, like that's why I enjoyed Webkins because I had stuffed animals. And actually, I'll say this: I didn't name my Webkin stuffed animals. I just gave names to like the non-internet ones.
So like on Webkins, you have your stuffed animal and you can like upload it directly to like the computer, right? Like it's that same like animal is on the computer. Is that how it worked?
Yeah, yeah.
And so you could you interact with other Webkins, like other actual users?
Yeah, dude. I was in 4th grade trolling kids. Like, actually,
Oh damn.
I was invited over to this like poodle's house, and
Ooh.
I used her bathroom, and then
Ooh.
like I laid on their bed, and they're
Ooh.
like, "Please get out of my bed," and I said no, and they're like, "Please get out of my bed." I said no, and I just laid in their bed the entire time, and I just like wouldn't leave. And they just got so annoyed that they like left, and I think they kicked me actually. I don't know if you had the ability to kick in Webkins, but
That's awesome.
yeah, I was a little troll. I loved it.
I was never a troll. I was like I would take the game super seriously and act like it was like real life.
Oh my god.
Like I was one of those kids. Like even in RuneScape, if you go to like like this one city, Varrock, and it has like I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, Varrock. I never know, but
I don't
they have like
care.
they have like
No, but I care about what you're saying. Just not
because
the name.
no, because I gotta like if there's RuneScape players, they're gonna roast me because they're gonna be like, oh, you play RuneScape, but you didn't know how to say Varrock. But like, all right, so it's a city and it has like stray dogs, and the dogs will like come up to you, and there's an option to like shoot stray dogs. I never shoot them. I never shoot like the stray, cause I was like, oh, that little puppy, and I would get sad when it would like go to another player, and I'd be like, what the fuck? I was one of those kids, cause I thought I treated the game like real life.
These dogs ain't faithful.
Nah, these bitches.
But like, yeah, I just I don't know. I never was really into MMO RPGs, but I'm surprised. So you've never had you were in like a YouTube comment section and you put something down that you felt about something, or like you responded to somebody else, or you applied, like nothing like that?
Nah, that was usually like, if I saw it, I I wouldn't necessarily say I also saw or like watched anything that into like intellectually stimulating or like would give me some sort of feeling afterwards. Like to give you like a range, like what I watched when I was younger was like Nika Higa. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? Oh, yeah,
I
that's what I
I
watched. So
watched
like
Smosh. I was the white Nigihika.
that was like the white Nika Higa and Kev Jumba.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I would see that, and I was like, oh no, I would leave a comment one time if I was so compelled. There was like Wong Fu Productions who was in that same. It's that aspect of like Asian YouTubers, and that's another thing too. It's like that's another qualm I have with regarding those people, but and I didn't mean to say those people like that, but I meant to say that group. But I left a comment I remember one time, and it was like, because Wong Fu Productions was like, we're casting people to like be in our new web series, and I was like, this is for adults, of course, but I wanted to really be in it, and I think I was like 13 years old, and I left one of those like dumbass messages. I was like, if you guys could have like a flashback moment to when they were younger and cast me, that'd be amazing. Please, thank you. And I remember, I remember putting that in, but yeah, like, cause like commentary channels, they're commentary, so they're gonna create like some sort of discussion, some sort of reaction. But
It's a self-sustaining media platform.
yeah, yeah, that's a good way to put it. But stuff like I don't know, Niga Higa, maybe I wasn't woke yet. I just I saw it and I was like done with it. Like I mean, it would stick with me if the jokes were funny. Like me and my friends would try to recreate it, but like
Well, you don't have like a special video that Nigihiga made that you like think back on and remember? Because I know with Smosh, I certainly have like a few here and there where I'm like, oh, I thought that was really funny. I still enjoy it. Not like the same way I did, but I remember enjoying it.
I no, I do. I definitely do. Like the How to Be Ninja series, the How to Be series in general. Like the how I don't. I'm not gonna do the voice, but I don't know if you're aware with that, but they made like a How to Be Ninja, How to Be Emo, How to Be Gangster. Uh, but that series stuck with me because it was also like a very funny, popular series. So like me and my friends would try to recreate it in like the school playgrounds and like oh my god, like in 5th grade I had this one friend who watched Niga Higa 2 and we would like legit memorize the entire script of like this one video. I don't even remember what video, but I just remember memorizing the script and acting it out on the playground.
Really? Wow.
Like that's how like much like I was into that, man, when I was younger. And like I watch his videos even now, like, when I go back and I reminisce. And like they're good. Like he obviously dedicates a lot of time into them, but they're not I don't know. They're not that I'm not on that I don't want to say I'm not on that level, but I'm just that's not my form of comedy anymore, I would say. It's kind of the same as since he was ever since he started, he's kind of stayed with that niche comedy of like middle school slapstick puns, and the jokes kind of get repetitive too. But I never. This was also one thing too is I was never that familiar with the internet's way of like interaction.
Oh yeah.
So like I wouldn't know how to leave a comment. I mean I did, but I wouldn't
You wouldn't,
feel like I wanted to, or like
you wouldn't see a notification of like getting a response or something, or like you wouldn't
yeah.
even know that that was possible or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually like quite fucking stupid of me sometimes where I would I would like what is it? It's like all in all it helped out with like my way like thinking around a problem and like using this knowledge to level out this knowledge and whatever. But it would be like I remember doing quests on RuneScape. This all goes back to RuneScape again.
Oh my god.
But but like it would legit be like so simple, but I would not know how to do it. there's this one quest that I had to redo everything because I'm starting RuneScape again, but it dropped me back down to like a level 1. So like I'm starting all my quests again and I'm redoing it now and it's super easy. But like you had to have a bucket full of water to flush down a drain so that there's a key inside the drain and it goes into the sewer. But as a kid, for the life of me, I did not know how to do that. Even when I went on like, I searched up, you know, RuneScape, how to do this quest. And I always felt so guilty when I did that because I was like, oh, that's so stupid of me. Like, I'm not smart. But then I would read it and I still couldn't fucking do it.
Paul, you know how to get infinite water, right?
No,
you gotta 4 blocks. You gotta get 4 blocks, then you get 3 buckets of water, and you gotta put them in the 4 blocks, and they start going into each other. And then you put the last block of water you have, you put it in there, and then it never goes down. It's infinite water in Minecraft.
But so I'm not gonna make an edgy joke about that. No.
Insert clip of Minecraft block water, infinite how-to.
Alright, so you're gonna need a 2x2 area, so just 4 squares in total. And so you're gonna need water, of course. So I filled up my bucket. I'm gonna put it in one corner. As you can see, the water flows. And I'm gonna need more water, so I'm just gonna bust this little glass thing open. Now.
Okay.
Insert. No, okay. I was gonna say insert clip of like African children or something. I don't know.
Oh my god. See, this is what the internet does to you, Paul. Makes you a degenerate.
But yeah, we gotta get into like the setting the sun thing though. Like, I gotta get out of here by like 10 o'clock. Library's gonna shut down.
Yeah. Well, like, okay, so just point being, one story that I have that I've kept locked in my head is this one where I commented on, I think, a Vanos Gaming video.
Oh boy, that was a good channel too.
Yeah, but then I like you said though.
Give birth, am I right?
Oh boy, yeah. Well, but the same thing. It's just, I feel like the comedies got repetitive, and it became like the self-sustaining kind of meme zone where it was only really funny within that realm of people.
Yeah.
So your only hope was to expand that realm of people so that more people would think you're funny if you referenced them. That's kind of what comedy is. It's just like hoping that more people will mob into your form of thought, into your form of joking. So until everybody actually thinks that said things are funny. Which, I'm sorry. Like, that's kind of my view on comedy lately, and just in general. It's like things just aren't funny anymore for me.
Oh no, yeah.
It's
definitely
like,
see that though.
Yeah, I mean, I can still laugh, and like I can still find like some stupid things really funny, but like the fact that I have to refer to things that I enjoy as stupid says something about the contemporary culture that we have, because things are so broken down. And it's like, I think we briefly talked about furries as just like an example that I'm getting at. And like, there are probably some furries out there. There's probably some gay people out there. There's probably some trans people out there. There are probably some people that feel very alienated and isolated within their beliefs and within their likings, that they don't feel like they can really expose that. And furthermore, I don't want to say anything too stigmatizing about what I just said, to kind of dig myself into a hole and then give myself no allies. I hate when, well, I don't hate that. I don't like catering to people. So me saying that isn't me going, I'm a nice person because I think trans should have rights, and because I do think they should. I think everybody should. But I don't like using that as a shield for anything I say, and it shouldn't be something that you shove down people's throats. Because a lot of content creators on YouTube and just on the internet that I enjoy are not like a lot of them, but there are a few that are homosexual, and just from what I've heard from them, I'll even say they're like, refer to him, Matthew Gafford, A Fox in Space, love that guy. He's a puppeteer animator. Ding Dong, he's an animator as well. He's also a bit of a game maker. But anyway, point being, I'm watching Vanos Gaming, and he said something like supernova when he was playing a game, And I put in the comments, I'm like, oh, Supernova, that's like Paper Mario when you get the final move. It's Supernova. Hey, that's an awesome reference to Paper Mario. And then Einstein, fucking in the comment section, is like, you dimwit, a supernova is something in space when like a star dies or something. Paul, you know do you know what a
Yeah,
supernova is? God damn it.
Not in Mario, but I know what he's like saying. Like I know what's going on here.
But that it just kind of goes to show it's like these like references kind of encapsulate people. So I'm thinking Paper Mario, one of my favorite games of all time. Shout out to Paper Mario, and the Thousand Year Door. But I'm like, I don't give a fuck about space. I don't care about dying stars or whatever. Just like don't suck up the earth after you die or something. I don't know. But I remember just like feeling really bad about that for like a week.
like bad about yourself,
yeah, like
oh.
I should have known that, or like I shouldn't have commented that. Just because like I felt stupid. And like that happens all the time when you put your opinion out there, and kind of going hand in hand because we were talking about self-referencing and how this generation is much better at being self-referential because it's incredibly enlightening to have introspect on one's actions and what you say. Like with the last podcast, I talked a lot about negativity, like negative connotations within artwork or like just art in general, and how it's deceitful. And I think I don't even know anymore. I feel like we said that in this podcast too. So I'll move on quickly by saying that it's good to be comfortable with what you enjoy, and that is where you lose yourself, is when you try and cater to people and you give in to thinking that other people are funny just because they say something that you may not understand.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this group of people are laughing, and why don't I see what all the fuss is about? But in the same light, or in the same kind of manner, you shouldn't stigmatize people because, oh, they're all laughing, probably at something stupid. I think Paper Mario is a great game. Let's just leave it at that. I think Paper Mario is like in a Thousand Year Door.
Tag that Einstein back.
Einstein can go back in his grave, honestly.
Fuck Peter Griffin. It's Einstein.
Yeah, we're evolving from Peter Griffin. We're entering we're fucking with the Bryans now. Them sophisticated types. But like
no, like I see like sort of like your point. Like if you look back and think about like as we were doing now, as we've been doing like the entire podcast, we've been looking back sort of, and like the change of, I would say, your comedic taste. Okay, so like let's see. Okay, you're Zachary Lentz, and you're scrolling through Instagram or Twitter or YouTube. What makes you laugh on those like what makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh at like the things I follow?
Yeah.
Or like anything. Yeah, because I don't really follow any meme pages.
Or like anything you see, maybe like a search, explore.
No, for sure.
Okay.
I'll laugh when like see, whenever I'm on social media, it's unhealthy because I laugh at people, like like my friends or whatever they're posting. Like I said, I think even in the first podcast, there was that time where that dude's like, my phone camera makes real life look better.
Yeah.
It's just stuff like that. Like because people put their quote unquote best foot forward, but sometimes that strong foot is a little too strong. And they don't realize that it just makes them look goofy with how hard they're trying to look normal.
Oh, so are you laughing at like when you say you're laughing at them, you're laughing at sort of even little things that they post?
Their attempt to be cool on the internet.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you were looking at gore or something.
What?
Like you were looking at like,
like dead people.
This guy get wrecked.
What?
Okay, but
r/watch people die, and I'm just laughing at corpses.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's not that crazy.
No, not that. But like I'm saying, like like people, like America's Funniest Home Videos, just type shit. Like people getting wrecked and
depraved. Yeah, that kind of humor. Yeah. It's like, and this is where I'll say like it's negative for some people because they can't take others giving them negative comments, but it's also negative for the people giving the negative comments. It's negative for me to be scrolling through Instagram and to see something happening in somebody else's life and just laugh at something that should be otherwise normal for me, I should think that's normal. I should want to be a human being today. But it's like
Yeah.
it's hard sometimes because you see things that are quote unquote normal or like I, I don't know, somebody like for me, I'll say like marriage or something. I
Okay.
can't, I can see that and that's like normal. I this one dude I met recently, I hadn't seen him in like 2 years. He's like, yeah, oh no. I say to him, I say, hey, I heard you're with a girl now, and he's like, yeah, we're married. And I'm thinking to myself, this guy knew this girl like for 6 months, like
Holy shit.
from what I heard, and he's married with her. And I started like laughing, and but I was laughing at him, but then I kind of shook his hand. I was like, good for you, man. Like, but for me, I'm listening to this. I'm like, that is insane. You were stupid, dude. You were stupid, and you're like openly telling me this. Like, it's the same thing with social media. It's like I shouldn't. I'm hurting myself by hearing and seeing stuff that is just gluttonous or like self-indulging, and I don't know. I
No,
get,
I definitely get that though. Like,
but on the same hand, it's like it's unhealthy for me to see that, but it's not unhealthy for me to see that because it's wrong. It's unhealthy
Mhm.
for me to think that stuff is wrong. You know what I mean?
yeah, like people living their day-to-day lives, but I would kind of disagree on
No, go for, yeah.
yeah, like on thinking about it unhealthy for you to think that, because like it's unhealthy if like if you're going back and back and back and looking and keep on thinking that way, but like if you're primarily just having that mindset of that, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's a good way to think about stuff online, to be honest. Like I don't, like for me, I don't necessarily like I don't laugh at people doing normal things, but I do sort of like feel a sense of pity. Maybe the
Well,
word
give me
might be
an example.
futil,
The best one I could think of was that guy, but that wasn't even technically social media.
just like like a normal photo of like a person, like let me pull up something right now.
Hell yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go on Instagram right now.
Let's go on.
And viewer, that's going off from Instagram to see that we have a second podcast up. I could be laughing at you. Think about that. Person that wants me to succeed and is listening this far into the podcast, and I respect you fully. I could be laughing at you.
Like for me, that's one of the reasons why is like I only follow people that I talk to, I interact with daily, that
Yeah.
I like enjoy, respect, and meme pages. Well, not necessarily meme pages, art pages, music pages. I only
Yeah.
follow those because I just can't stand looking at people that I have like a contempt for them. You know what I'm saying? We know this person. Okay.
I think I'm looking at the same photo you're looking at.
Who are you looking at? Who are you looking at? All right. Okay.
They're probably not listening to the podcast.
Say their @ name. We'll bleep it out in the.
Alright, this is getting bleeped out. At
Donald Trump.
Okay. You know what? I'm unfollowing like right now.
what? I'm sorry, Paul, but they liked our last video of the podcast being up, and they could be a viewer. I'm gonna have to give you executive order.
But did
Do
they like
not.
the video? Did they like the
They
post?
they liked the video. I'm giving you executive meme order.
Okay.
I'm deporting you if you speak negatively
Okay,
at a viewer.
it's a bunch of like, I don't know, like social media is just like a vile, it's degenerate. I would say it's kind of more degenerate than furries. Rather, I want furries on my page rather than them. You know what I'm saying?
Paul, 2018.
Go furries. If your presidential candidate is against furries, that ain't it, chief. I hate that term too.
Yeah.
That term's just
I think it used to be good, but
it used to be good. Now it's just
being used
it's
way too
become
much.
yeah. But you know what I'm saying. It's just like social media has just become like it's a flex. It's a flex, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even when I like post a video, and I tried like posting that photo just to like get more people to add me on RuneScape, like dead ass, and like people actually did. They like DM'd me and they were like, "Oh, are you 2007 or like new?" And I was like, "Bit, I want 2007 old RuneScape," and they were like, "Oh, dope." But like, even when I post stuff on my stories, it doesn't seem like there's much purpose in it, you know? It always comes back to like a flex. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
I sound stupid, but
No, I'm totally there with you, because like I post stupid videos of me on the piano. Like I know I'm not good.
Yeah, but like that's the thing too, is like I mostly follow like people playing the guitar or music because I want to see that. Like I want to see more of that from you though, because I know you, and I know like, you know, you're playing the piano, and like I can see you're progressing. That last video too, I could see more like fluidity through your hands, bro.
I'm trying to get my fingering good. Yeah.
It was good.
Thank you.
I gotta start playing the piano too. I might upload a little something.
Ooh.
But you know the whole topic that I'm getting at. It's like it's a circle jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, I think that's also the negative state that we could move towards, and I think a lot of people are going to move towards, because it's not like we as a generation are moving in one sort of meatball rolling down the street, but like because like you could say that about the baby boomers or like the people before our time, where they had the big bands that they'd listen to, or like actually just art in general has only really, as a mainstream entertainment source, I mean that's evolved, but it hasn't been what's the word, like capitalized on, literally. Like it hasn't been made into a corporate market, you know.
Yeah.
Like what, Edison, Lumiere brothers, they got the projections and stuff, and the projectors over that really only became a thing in early 1900s. Like it became more so in Germany with etc. German expressionism, but it's sort of like a novelty. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, we're seeing a century later this shattering effect that the internet has bestowed, where people are subjugated based off of differences in interest. So if we call anybody out for wanting to have a positive circle of people in their life, of which they can have, and I mean, power to them, I guess, but at the same time, it will come back to bite them if they don't have any of these negative experiences like you and I are kind of going off from. Because then if it does happen, then there won't really be any good way of coping with that. Because, you know, laughter is the best medicine, and if you can laugh at things that are depraved, then you can laugh at your own sort of misfortune. But if laughter is nothing but puppies and cuddly little lies, then that's going to really be painful when you hit the midlife crisis point, or when you go to college and you start breaking down.
Yeah.
As that has even become a meme for some people. Like, I'm in college and I don't know, it's like you can't even talk about it because it's negative at some point. Like, don't tell that to me, because I don't want to listen to it. Even like in the podcast, people have probably clicked out. The best I've heard in terms, and this is going back to self-reference and hearing what people have said about the podcast, all I've heard so far from somebody is that they listened halfway, and they didn't give me a reason, but they just kind of clicked out, and that was that. I guess something was happening in real life, but...
Who was it?
I'm bleeping out their name, but...
Yeah, I thought it was someone I knew.
If you know who I'm talking about. If you are listening again, I thank you, and I'm genuinely, like, I'm happy that you listened to the first podcast even. I don't know if you finished it, but going off of what you told me as the only reference I have, and the fact that videos aren't getting comments, it's just like I'm talking with Paul. It's just a conversation, you know?
Yeah.
And we're only really doing it for ourselves.
Yeah. And this will be something good to look back on.
Yeah.
Especially if, I don't know, something big happens in the future.
I'm gonna come out the closet as a furry, and everybody's gonna...
Fingers crossed, and then
I'm gonna get attention.
And be like, this is what started it all.
Yeah, the first furry director.
And
Yeah.
Cool Cat already exists though.
Well, nah. See, his name.
Isn't he a furry?
Derek Savage isn't a furry. He might like bestiality, but he didn't get an actual costume.
Oh.
Yeah, he hired other people to do it. He's like Mama Cool Cat.
All right. I think we might have to cut the podcast short here. There's like librarians like walking down the corner.
Oh,
The two
snap.
little girls from The Shining.
Uh-oh.
The lights are like cutting off. It's actually very fucking scary. I can see her through the window. Jesus Christ.
Well,
But
is that it?
damn, I don't know. Is this a good enough place to end off on?
Not really.
But hold on. I think she's gonna come into the room real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. At 10? Okay, I'll be out soon. Phew.
Yeah, because it's 9:44 right now.
Yeah, they close at 10. So they're like already starting to, I don't know, talk to me.
At a restaurant, we would try and close up like an hour early. So we'd get really mad at people if they walk in at like the last hour.
Damn, an hour early.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it's like it's painful. Like we have to like get all the stuff moving, so we don't stay there for like 2 hours or whatever. But it's not like we'd like shoot people away. We'd just be like, this is broken or something. Like, or we're out of this, or you know.
Our network doesn't work.
That's true. Our network
that's
doesn't
funny.
work.
Like I have a friend who like every time he goes to the McDonald's near the school, they just tell him the network is down. like it's some sort of like internet program or something. They're just like, our service is down.
Wow.
And he's gone back twice, and they keep telling him that he hasn't gotten any food.
Really? Oh my god.
It's actually pretty funny.
Our network's like it's actually down, but we can still serve food.
Our network's down, sir. It's not the ice cream machine. It's just the entire damn network.
The mainframe is broken. Lizard Squad has hacked us.
Burger Gang. This post is made by Burger King Gang. Yeah, but I kind of wanted to talk about that too, with like Burger King Gang.
What?
And like that whole like spectrum of like
M14
memes
gang,
right now,
yeah.
You know, like
Okay.
kind of like we're kind of like falling back into like our caveman ways, but we're moving ahead too. Like with the whole internet text, like the whole like, you know, the reaction faces, but now we're doing them ironically, and it's have you ever seen Ben Shapiro Hamburger Helper?
Bro, you know I have.
Okay, there, like, you know what I'm talking about then. It's kind of like, it's kind of going backwards, but yeah, they're closing off all the lights. It's actually quite dark outside now.
Oh.
Yeah. What's this outro gonna be?
Hamburger Helper. I don't know the words of the song. Isn't there like a rap?
I didn't even know. I guess there's a song. I never like. I'm not of this culture.